Join us this week as we see one more thing before we hit the road again. It's been there since 1913. Our friends said that we can't miss this, so we're going to hit that first and foremost. We have one small issue, but it just isn't enough to spoil Cody's joy on how he gets to spend this Father's Day. Well, good morning and welcome back.
Well, it's almost afternoon. It's our last day here in the St. Louis area. We've been spending a lot of time with our friends, so we haven't been filming a whole lot, but we're gonna go try to capitalize on the day.
Thank you to our friends for being beautiful hosts. It has been so nice. But today, being our last day, we decided we need to do a little exploring. We have a graduation party to head to tonight. Cody's already been working to get some stuff ready for tomorrow.
Because we are heading out early in the morning.
Early.
We got some big stuff planned for that too. And I'm really excited about the next thing. But today, let's go do something sweet.
Where we're headed today is supposed to be an iconic area for St. Louis, a must visit. It's been there since 1913. Our friends said that we can't miss this, so we're gonna hit that first and foremost. But let's have a real talk.
A lot of times there are some not so good areas, maybe areas with some crime and stuff like that. And St. Louis definitely has some areas that you probably wouldn't feel safe visiting. Luckily, we have friends locally that tell us while this particular location is in a bad area, the business and the parking lot itself, nobody will really mess with you there. But we were basically told, go there, park there, don't go roaming around in the area. So it's always good to have a little bit of local advice when it comes to stuff like that. But regardless of where you are, be aware of your surroundings, be safe. If it feels bad, don't do it. If you kind of get that feeling, probably better just to leave. The world's a crazy place. Just trust your gut. Don't take unnecessary chances. You really can't go wrong with that mindset.
Well, we contemplated getting sandwich or Sundays.
It all looks so good.
I think the key here is to get carry out because you can walk right in, get your order.
Yeah, there's
leave.
a line in the streets to dine in.
If you want to dine in, you're going to wait a little bit. And people are. Obviously, it's worth it.
And it's hot out here and people are standing online for this stuff.
So we decided to go for their homemade chocolates and not wait. All right, pecan or coconut?
You know I'm going for the coconut.
Oh, that's good chocolate.
I think we should have got a full pound.
Maybe next time we'll work ahead and actually eat here and try one of their famous sundaes.
Those sundaes look good coming off the line.
We just have a little bit of time before our graduation party. We're gonna go eat some real food, some good food. And start getting ready to go. We are on the road again. We have a short day today, like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
But it's going to be a busy day because we've got a lot to do when we land.
It's 8:30 in the morning. It's already 80 degrees.
About
very
600% humidity.
It's hot.
I don't even know why I took a shower this morning. We set everything up yesterday to have an easy teardown like we usually do. So it was just like Starlink, tear down, power cable, sweep the slides off. I shouldn't even take a shower. I'm pouring sweat.
Should never take a shower. Normally when we go down the road, we open the vents along the top just to help get a little circulation. We do have those, what do you call them, to go over the vents to protect them?
The Max Air vent covers.
We have the covers, so we're not worried about the wind hitting the...
or rain on a rainy day.
Yeah. So we normally do keep those two open just to keep the air circulated. Today, with it being so hot, we decided to keep them closed. Maybe we'll trap some of that cold air in there.
We're hoping. We've only got about a 2-hour drive, and like she said, we always leave those vents open, but it's been getting so hot, we thought, let's give ourselves a fighting chance of getting this thing cool when we land.
We're gonna try it. Thank you, TL, for sending in your picture of the sticker from Winslow. We need to put some more of those stickers up around.
I don't know why we're not putting them everywhere. People seem to find the ones we have put out.
We need to be better about it. And Cody's getting real giddy, and I'll show you why.
We're gonna right or wrong today.
We're here at one of our home base spots in Illinois. Forgot that we parked this thing right where the camper needs to go. So I gotta figure out where the key is. This is always really tricky. Don't cut too hard, you'll have to rework too much.
I think I've already done it.
That won't work. That's a little too wide.
Grr.
Hey neighbor! Cut. Nice work. Come straight back and let's see how our slab looks. Just watch your tire. Hey Dougie.
What's up, buddy? All right, baby, it's been about a month and a half. That's a good sign.
Happy Daddy's Day.
Thank you, baby. I just pulled up to James. I think he pulled a prank on them.
How's that?
He said he wanted us to come over for steaks. He said, I got about 7 steaks here I need to cook. And we're going to grill them. And he said, 1 o'clock. Well, I'm here and he ain't.
Psych! This is getting a little ridiculous. I get a little uncomfortable. I want to give Cody some alone time with the boat.
Just making sure, you know, it's not too dirty. The outside looks pretty good, but I'm ready to get this cover off. It's almost noon, and hammer down. Let's go. It's a crime how long it's been. We've been boat owners since 2011, and we never get in the water any later than maybe the 3rd week of April, maybe the 1st week of May, weather dependent. We were down here a few months ago, as you guys remember, getting this all cleaned up and ready to go, and the weather did not cooperate. So it's Father's Day. What do I want to do on Father's Day? I want to go boating. So let's get this thing ready. Let's put her in the water. There's some bird poop. For those of you who haven't been around for a little while, this is our 2017 Yamaha 242 Limited S. We picked this thing up in Grand Rapids, Michigan in 2017, and it has been an incredible boat. Just flawless in terms of reliability. Got one issue, and that's that the depth finder doesn't work. And believe it or not, that's about a $1,500 part, so I'm gonna fix that when time and money allows. I know this lake really well, so I don't really need it. This is a twin engine. It's got 2 1.8 liter Yamaha jet engines in it. Got a ton of storage on both sides of the front. We've got an anchor locker with a front ladder. The anchor is down in there. More massive storage here. Huge center ski locker, which is great because we like to wakeboard, and we can carry 2 wakeboards. I need to clean in there. That can come later. Here we've got a side door that you can put a toilet in. We don't have a toilet in, we used to. So it just kind of holds our buoys and paddle boards. But let's look at what brings us to the show. And that's our twin 1.8s. And these motors have been flawless. We're just a little bit shy of 400 hours on them. I serviced it last fall, so that's good to go. We're just gonna check the oil, see how she looks. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. And these are the original batteries that came in this boat new in 2017. Every year I have them tested, and every year they test out good. I know I'm living on borrowed time, but as expensive as these things are, I'm gonna borrow a little more. One of the pros on the jet boats is that we can start it right on the trailer. Now you don't want to let it run for an extended period of time, but you can let them run. I think the book says 7 or 8 seconds. I usually just start it to make sure it'll start and then go out. We've never had an issue before, but when it comes to boats, nobody wants to be floating around dead in the water. We're going to start the port side engine first, then the starboard. Battery might be a little bit low, but we're going to go run it, and we've got 2, so we can always parallel them together. Just needs to be ran. On our jet boats, we have what they call clean out plugs, and they're there so if you get anything sucked up in the impellers, you can clear it out through these portholes right here. Also very dirty. If you don't put these plugs in before you take off, you'll get no propulsion and the boat won't go anywhere. But you like to take them out when you're not using it so they don't get all gunked up with algae and get stuck. And last but not least, got to put the plug in. I think we've all forgot this one a time or two.
There we go. SD South Dakota. Oh no!
It's like it's got it wrinkled, so it just let it wrinkle, bud.
I need you to just take about 10% off there. There. Good.
Well, all right.
Oh.
You probably cannot repair that.
I don't know that I can repair
They used to give you an extra one, but they don't. Don't make it worse. Just.
I need you to just calm down.
You be calm. Comes a quest, I guess. Better. It's crooked.
It's really crooked.
All right, we'll put a new one on next year and it'll be fine. That was a really nice Father's Day.
Good.
Can't think of anything better we could have done today. Well, one thing about taking the boat out for the first time is you figure out what you've broken. And luckily, we only have one small issue, and that is that we broke our winch strap, which I've never broken before. Out of all the time I've owned boats, I've never had this happen. I think it just got dry rotted in the sun, but you can see how I got it out of the water. Again, this is not a how-to, this is what I did, but since it broke pulling the boat on the trailer, I just went ahead and made me a great big honking knot, and then obviously we have a safety chain here, so that got us home, and the boat ramp's only about a mile away, but I gotta get a measurement on this and get one ordered before I put it back in the water. Well, I made a boo-boo. You guys all know I'm cheap, and I normally don't buy marina gas because it's a lot more expensive, and we're in Illinois, so fuel's expensive anyway, but my fuel gauge is doing some weird stuff, and I know we've ran around a lot this week, but either burning that old gas from last year, we either burned a lot more than I thought, or my fuel gauge is on the fritz, but I'm not gonna chance it. I'm gonna swing in here and get about 20 gallons of fuel. Now we'll see once I fill it up and know that it's full. I can't quite remember where I had it at the end of last season. I can track how many gallons I'm burning and kind of see if it's on the fritz or if I just didn't plan very well. Either way, it's going to cost me a lot of money at the fuel pump. Here on Lake Shelbyville in Illinois, they've got some really good marinas. They've got marinas with restaurants, marinas with food trucks, and then you've got the Finley Marina over here that's really just a marina with boat rentals and stuff. And all the marinas have really friendly people. They're the kind of people you want to do business with. But the reason we don't do business at the marina is because of this. So we got 20 gallons of fuel just to be safe for $112.40. That's $5.62 per gallon. And I'm pretty sure, based on how my fuel gauge is working now, there's nothing wrong with it, and I bought fuel out of paranoia. But I've had to paddle this thing to the dock before, so I call it cheap insurance.
You ready for your last piece of equipment?
Yeah, I haven't done this in a while. Let's go. All right, you gotta love Amazon 2-day shipping. Got our new strap for the boat. This should be pretty easy to change out.
And I brought my hat to help. We only have a couple days left here. I was getting a little nervous that we weren't gonna be able to get this done before we left, and we need to. So I'm excited.
I'll figure the logic here. Most boats don't have all this coverage here. I thought I could take that shroud off, but it turns out I can't. This bolt goes through here, but you can't take it out because of the shroud. So we're gonna have to hope we can just kind of slide that off like that. Then in theory, it's not a hard job. It's just kind of a pain. Because then you gotta kind of get the nut on there, 2 fingers like that, because you can't get anything else in there. Back to what I've said before, boats and RVs weren't made to be worked on.
It's easier than I thought it would be. I'll give it that.
The first time to tighten's a pain because it's loose all down in there. So I'm tightening and it's not pulling on the boat.
Oh.
It's jerking all that tight.
It has to tighten the whole reel.
Yeah, now we're moving it.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Nice work.
If you haven't noticed by now, I really hate paying anybody to do anything, so I used to just figure out how to fix it myself, but this was an easy one, pretty self-explanatory. If you have a boat and they break or they start to get discolored, don't ignore it, just swap it out. I got the part on Amazon for about 20 bucks. So I'm glad it's done. I really wish if they have to put a shroud on here that makes it difficult to work on, go ahead and bring that shroud out another couple of inches, keep this thing in the darkness, because it's the blazing sun that kills them. But you can see this is the one that came with the boat, and it was black when it was new. Take that sign of discoloration as a sign to do something preemptively instead of waiting until it breaks on the boat ramp like it did to us the other night.
There are two things I'm certain of. One, I got a pretty good little handyman here. And two, it's hot. It is roasting out here.
All right, folks, that about wraps it up for this one. Thank you guys for joining us again on this episode. If you would, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give us a like if you enjoyed the content. Summer's upon us, and I can't wait to see what all this nice hot weather brings. So make sure you join us on the next episode to see what we get into next. Thanks, guys. See you later. When you get to big cities, I need this. It's that time of year. Sneezing season. The other thing we're going to give a try out. English.
I feel old.